Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today I am doing my last video update on the functionality and a test I'm going to do on these m70ab2 contractor rifles. And what had occurred is I had found a website called Firearm Shopper LLC. And I did open the box off camera because I didn't want to waste time, because I tend to ramble a little bit and have to do the videos over again. So anyway, this is my initial AB2 from Atlantic Firearms. And I wanted to order the detent for the dust cover to make it a complete rifle, as well as a cleaning rod, which you can see the cleaning rod's already installed, and I did install the detent off camera because it's a very straightforward slide it in from one side, screw it on. Now the thing that I actually ordered the components, I added this to the cart, was a spare M70 bolt. Now, this is not the best idea because the chance of ordering a spare random AK bolt and actually headspacing to your rifle is not the best odds in the world. In fact, it's actually not very good at all. However, I was chatting up a friend and he had said, look man, your headspace is good, it's solid anyway. So here's my original bolt, setting it aside. Go ahead and try a couple different bolts and see if you get headspaced, or see if you can get the headspace tighter, extend the life of the rifle. The bore on this thing is good. I'm not going to say it's great. It's good to fair at best. So here's the go gauge, and let's see what we have here. All right. So making sure nothing's bound up here, and we close on go. So that is a really good sign starting off. However, will it close on the no-go gauge? That is the question here. So and we did not close on the no-go gauge, which is freaking amazing, because finding a random bolt that actually works with your rifle is, well, we'll just say that it's rare. And this wasn't my idea. This was, kind of a conversation with a buddy, and he was like, dude, just, try a different bolt, see if you can get the headspace a little bit tighter. And I'll show you where my headspace is with my factory shipped bolt. So if you guys can see the bolt here, here is the lug, and trying to push it over, that's about where I am. That is still plenty of headspace. It is not coming close to touching the trunnion there. So in terms of headspace on my original bolt, I was good either way, but I wanted to try it just to see if it was something that would work. And one thing that you want to do is make sure you're not mixing components up. Now, if I plan on actually using that bolt to an extended capacity, or using it at all, I will completely field strip the bolt and make sure that it is actually headspaced, quote unquote, appropriately, by removing the firing pin, the extractor, and doing things the way that you're supposed to do. That's the test I originally did when I first picked up this rifle, and this is one that came from Atlantic. Now, just for shits and giggles, this is the one that I picked up in the 35 that I evaluated. This one was, I had a question on whether or not, because the chamber had been polished on this one, it was more of I didn't think a customer would be happy receiving this rifle, and so I decided that I would adopt it and bring it home. So here is the new bolt. These Tapco G2 triggers are kind of a pain sometimes. The hammer is known. Alright, so we have our go gauge here. and we're going to make sure nothing's bound up. And it's not closing. It's not even coming close to closing on a go gauge. That is not a good sign. Let's try the no-go gauge. And the same thing with the no-go gauge, it's not going to come close to closing. So this bolt is not headspaced to this rifle. However, oddly enough, you know, kind of hitting the lottery there on just buying a random ass Hugo, an M70 bolt, it does headspace to my original rifle. So and the headspace is a lot tighter with that bolt, but it does close on go. It does not close on no-go, and so the headspace is a little bit tighter, and if I want to extend the life and the usability of that rifle, here we go. The chances of me ever actually throwing this bolt in that gun and using it, right now there's absolutely no reason to, so I probably won't do it, and I do not encourage anyone to go out and buy one of these random ass bolts and try throwing it in your gun, because there is a very good chance, you know, as demonstrated with my other AB2, that it's not going to work. So cool experiment just to see what would happen there, and it worked. If I wasn't already ordering other components, I would not have just bought a random M70 bolt. However, I was looking around after my friend mentioned it, and a stripped bolt was around 58 bucks. That bolt on Firearm Shopper LLC was $58 complete, firing pin, extractor, and it is caked with cosmoline. So for one, to make sure it is 110% really in headspace, I'm going to have to tear down the bolt. I'm going to have to clean it, get the cosmoline out of it. Number two, I will do the test without those components in it and make sure that it headspaces to the firearm appropriately. That's it. That's all I had for informational and educational purposes of this video. And again, I'm not encouraging anyone to keep these. I'm not supporting any company that sold them. I don't work for any of the companies that sold them. I do have one question for any of you cats out there. Does anyone actually know what country these came in from? Because I don't, and I haven't been able to find that information anywhere. I know it says they were foreign training or foreign contract rifles, you know, possibly used for OPFOR, opposing force training, and scrimmaging with, you know, troops while they were training. But I actually have not been able to find any information about where they came in from, which I would like to know. The other thing that I found interesting is every other rifle I own that has been imported back into the country, made domestically, exported, it usually has an importer mark somewhere on it. I haven't been able to find it on these rifles. One of the reasons may be is I haven't really looked. I've torn down a crap load of these rifles for a few different people and shops, and I'm not an expert, but I haven't been able to find where the importer mark is on these. So if you know, or if you know where they were used at, I would love to know, just because I'm a nerd. And the main purpose of these rifles, a sub $600 AK for collector usage. I do not recommend these for a novice or someone that is wanting to get their first AK. There are better options out there that you know are probably going to run out of the box and you're going to be able to have a lot more fun with. But on that ending note, enjoy what you buy. Enjoy what you spend your money on. There is a cicada that is getting loud, and I can see the butty. He is huge, sitting on my fence post. Anyway, have fun, stay safe, enjoy what you spend your money on. Don't let anyone kill it for you. If you're a collector and you picked one of these up, hopefully yours is working. I want to continue to hear the stories of the positive ones as well as the negative ones. This has been one of the most interesting, this could have been like such a cool thing for the AK community, and it could have got a lot of people that couldn't afford imported AKs or higher end AKs into the, market, and I hope this did not kill that experience for people. And once you get into the AK collecting and shooting, there are so many rabbit holes that you go down, and it is so much fun, and I really hope that you know, some kid or someone that just wanted to get into shooting, you know, the Kalashnikov platform, didn't buy one of these and was like, well, they're all shit now. I really, really hope that didn't happen, because if that did happen to you and you want some recommendations on like a starter rifle or a budget AK, number one, check out the Wasser. They are on sale for around $750 now. There are other companies that may have them a little bit cheaper. And if you want to go a little bit higher above that, there are several other good import AK options that you can snag and that are going to be a lot of fun. Thank you for watching, and you guys stay safe again, and thank you for all the support, the comments, the bantering, the trash talking. I actually love it all. Thank you for watching again, and let me know if there's any content that you want me to make that I'm not making, or if there's a topic you want me to cover that I haven't covered, and I will try my best to do so. And I guess that's it, you guys. Hopefully you got to the range this weekend and had some fun.